Uh-oh, let's go, uh-oh. Naruto 9 till close. When I pull up in your village, I'ma kill all foes. Open my gun, I'll be down 10 toes. Fuck with me, you gon' end up like Hagoromo's, bro. Kaguya Madara, bitch, it don't matter. Spirit of Kurama, bigger and better. You gon' see my face on the side of that mountain. The 7th Hokage, they know what I'm after.
YouTube, it is your boy Timbo slicing the cut, and I'm with my nigga Dio here. He don't say much, but I'm with my nigga Dio here, and I'm about to be playing AUT today. I'm gonna be doing a Sans showcase and explaining to you guys why you guys should use Sans. It is the way to go. I use Sans over my Omnitrix and all my other stands now because I personally think it's the best for me. I don't really like using stands, but if you're new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe and turn on that post notifications, you feel me? And if you haven't already, please make sure to like and comment and also share the video to your friends. And we about to get right into the video. All right, before we get into the skill showcase, I'm gonna be showing you guys his M1 combos. Now, he does fight with a bone in his hand, does 49 damage with 1 second cooldown in between, and yeah, it has a good amount of range to it compared to, you know what I'm saying, Stanless. But obviously stands are gonna also have more range compared to Sans, so I would say that this is probably pretty good when it comes to M1 comboing. I just like it, just the way it feels and just the way it looks. It's tough, it's, you know what I'm saying, I personally prefer it. So hey, if you like it, go for it. Firstly, we're gonna be looking at his Q. Now his Q is called Switch. Basically what it is it's switching the aura around the Sand user's eyes from yellow to blue. That's literally it. There's no significance to the change. It doesn't change any of the moves. It doesn't change his skill set. It doesn't change the damage, nothing like that. It's literally just preference. Next, we're gonna be looking at his E, which is called Bone Guard. Now, Bone Guard is probably one of my favorite moves. Well, yeah, because it's actually a little passive move you can use against your opponent. Let's say they're aggressive and they're using like a barrage type move. It's a stand user and they're using a barrage type move. What do you want to do? You want to get away from them as quick as possible in the best way possible. And what's the best way to do that? Using Bone Guard, because you can deal damage towards them and you can also get them up off you. As you saw when I used Bone Guard, it kind of projectiles them up in the air, and while they're up in the air, literally just dash back. And then by the time that, you know what I'm saying, you dash back once or twice, Bone Guard's cooldown is already finished. This is why Bone Guard is a really effective move you can use for most Sand users, and I would recommend for you to use it. Alright, next we're going to be looking at his R, and it is called Gaster Blaster. Now, Gaster Blaster, you have to use it from a medium type range. As you can see, that's the only way it does damage. It does 35.75 damage, and the cooldowns on it, as you just saw, are very low. If I go up close to him and I use Gaster Blaster, it's not going to do any damage. It is a ranged attack, so you have to use it from a range, and it's going to do damage. As simple as that. It's a beam type move, a really good one you could use when you're at a certain range, and I'll recommend you using it. Alright, next I'm gonna be showing you guys his T, and his T is called a hand. Now you have to go to attacking dummy to use it, and it's gonna be done when your opponent's attacking you. And it's literally a cutscene, and at the bottom it's gonna show a little dialogue that says hand, and you're gonna do a good amount of damage. I think it's 35 damage. You're gonna do 35 damage to your opponent, and it does like a little, you know what I'm saying, cutscene move that they can't dodge or anything like that. Once it's done, it's done. And I like it because, you know what I'm saying, it's a cool move. After that, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be put behind them, which is tough. Once you're put behind them, now that it depends on how you use it after there. When you're behind them, you know what I'm saying, you can either use, you know what I'm saying, one of the other moves I showcased before, maybe that being your what is it, Bone Guard. You can use Bone Guard and get them, you know what I'm saying, up in the air, and then they're gonna be up in the, but you're gonna be behind them, and while they're up in the air, you're gonna dash back with C, and you can use Gaster Blaster. And mind you, that is gonna do a lot of damage towards them. They're not gonna know what hit them. So if they're aggressive right off the bat, you can use hand and then hit, and then you're gonna be teleported right behind them. After that, you can use your Bone Guard and then dash back, you know what I'm saying, and then you can use your Gaster Blaster. And guess what? They have what, a good chunk of damage off of them already. That is a good move, good combo you could go for. Alright, next we're gonna be showcasing his Y move. His Y move is called Bait. And the thing I like about this move is that, as you can see, when you hit it, it initially does 6 damage off rip. And then as you saw, it only did 24 damage, which sucks. But I've seen a time where this move has done 56 damage, and the reason why the damage varies is because it depends on how many Gaster Blasters hit and how much damage they do when they hit. So it solely depends. Like, I'm gonna do it again right now and see how much damage it does. 6 initial damage as always. It's 18 damage. As you can see, it did less damage. So yeah, I don't know if range matters as well. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to up close this time when the cooldowns are done. Yeah, let's try from a closer range. 6 initial damage. Oh, as you can see, he did 30 this time. So yeah, the damage really depends on how much, you know what I'm saying, the Gaster Blasters do hit the dummy and or your opponent. Alright, this move is called Bad Time. Bad Time is his G move. Now, the G move is kind of fun to use. It puts a cursor over the opponent's head, blacks out the screen, then turns him to a blue heart, and you can move him around with the cursor, and it does a good amount of damage. As you can see, it did 12.5 damage a good few times, and then it did 34 damage to end it off. I like that move because, you know what I'm saying, it's a cool little cutscene move, and it takes a good amount of time to happen. So let's say you do use it initially after a move that has a short cooldown, then the move that did have that cooldown probably would have been finished its cooldown by that time, but you could actually use the move again after, because you the M1 and get more damage off immediately after this move. The next move is his V move, and it's called Teleportation, and it does exactly what it sounds like, and it teleports you. You know what I'm saying? It's just as simple as that. It literally just teleports you. You can use it as a little passive to get away from people. Just teleport, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically it. Alright, the next one I'm going to be showcasing is his B, and his B is called Bone Launch. Bone Launch does exactly what it says and sounds like. It literally launches you from a bone into your opponent and does 12.35 damage. Now, as you saw, it did 12.35 damage. I like this move because it's not only a use as an attack move or aggressive move. You can actually use this passively or to get away from your opponent. I'm gonna wait for the thing to cool down, but you can also use it to, if you don't like teleportation, you can actually use it to get away from your opponent. It takes you pretty far. It takes you from a good far distance. It takes, I would say it takes you further than teleportation. Yeah, as you can see, it takes you way further than teleportation. But teleportation has shorter cooldowns, so if you can't use Bone Launch, use teleportation while you can. And then if you need to get it further, just use Bone Launch. And you also have the dash option as well. So you have all those three as a little passive or a little runaway to get away from your opponents. Alright, last, which is probably my favorite and the best move out of all of these, is called End. This is his F move. You use this against your opponent. It shoots a bone initially doing 10 damage. Then it shoots multiple other bones doing 22 damage. And then Gaster Blasters after doing 46 to 48 damage I've seen. But personally, the damage does kind of range. But personally, I love this move. It's kind of actually toxic when you use this against your opponent. I'm not gonna lie, it keeps them up in there for a good amount of time. It's gonna piss them off, and if you use this to end them off, they're literally dead. Annoying move, perfect move in my opinion. I love it, and I'm pretty sure you guys will love it too. And that's all for the Little Sans showcase in AUT. Personally, my favorite, my go-to in AUT. Personally, I like it because it has a wide range of skills you can actually use, and the skill set is, I just like it. It's nice, honestly, and it's fun to use. I prefer not using stands. I'd rather use this. But if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and also subscribe and turn on post notifications for more videos like this on my channel. And I'm gonna see y'all later. I'm out of here.